Good evening, my fellow citizens. First, I'd like to express my extreme gratitude to YouTube for the various opportunities that it's given me over the years to address you, the middle class around the world, with my concerns about society and my education for traders, which improves your ability to meet the markets and the market's ability to improve the world. So thank you, YouTube. I'd also like to thank Rocky Outcrop, my brother, the trader who does a YouTube channel equally as good as mine and who runs the Discord where we all learn together. Thank you, Rocky. Special thanks go to him. Tonight I come with a message of transition and reflection, rather than it could do, with one of gloating and celebration, though I want to acknowledge the increasing wealth and the prosperity that it makes us due to our smart trading strategies. I want to share a few thoughts with you, though, my fellow countrymen and citizens around the world, about these problems that affect all of us in society. Like every citizen, like all of you, I hope for continued peace and prosperity in the coming years. I pray that our future will be blessed with stability and progress for all. Our people expect our leaders to find essential agreement on issues of great moment, the wise resolution of which better shapes the future of our nations. In recent years, we have witnessed an unprecedented increase in the printing of trillions upon trillions of dollars to support just banks and financial institutions. This massive infusion of money has been justified as necessary to stabilize the economy and to prevent financial collapse. How ironic. However, we must not fail to comprehend the grave implications of this money printing. Our toil, our resources, our livelihoods are all involved. So is the very structure of our societies. In the councils of government, we expect our statesmen to guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by these awful elements within the financial industrial complex. The potential for disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist, and right now stands on the doorstep. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or our democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of this huge financial machinery and to the betterment of our defense of our peaceful methods and goals, so that security and liberty may prosper together. A vital element in maintaining our economic stability is ensuring the well-being of the middle class. Our middle class is the backbone of our democracies. It provides the foundation to our nation's prosperity and continued growth. However, the continuous printing of money and the resulting inflation poses a serious threat to the stability of the middle class. As prices rise and the value of the dollar and the pound and the euro diminishes, our savings are eroded to nothing. The gap between the wealthy and the rest of society widens to levels we've never seen before. This leads to increased economic inequality and social unrest. The burden of excessive money printing falls disproportionately on those least able to bear it, further endangering the middle class and the principles upon which our nation was built. It's the same for all of us and our free countries around the world. In holding financial institutions and economic policies in respect as we should, we must also be alert to the equal and opposite danger that public policy itself could become captive of a financial elite. It's the task of our statesmen to mold and to balance and integrate these and other forces, new and old, within these principles of our democratic system, ever aiming towards the supreme goal of our free societies. As we peer into this future, you and I and our governments must avoid the impulse to live only for today, plundering for our own ease and convenience, the precious resources of our tomorrow, our children and our grandchildren. We can't mortgage the material assets of our future selves and our children without also risking the loss of their political and spiritual heritage. We want democracy to survive for all generations, not to become an insolvent phantom of tomorrow. During this long lane of history that's yet to be written, our country know that this world of ours becomes ever smaller, and we must avoid then becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate, but instead a proud confederation of mutual trust and respect. Such a confederation then must be one of equal. The weakest must come to the table with the same confidence as we do, protected as we are by our moral and economic and democratic strengths. That table, though, is scarred by many past frustrations, and we can't then just abandon it for the certain agony of economic and societal collapse. Economic stability with mutual honor and confidence is a continuing imperative. Together, we must learn how to compose differences not with financial manipulation, but with intellect and decent purpose. Because the need is becoming increasingly sharp and increasingly apparent, I confess that I address you in these videos with a definitive sense of urgency, as one who witnessed the struggles of economic hardship, as one who knows that unchecked financial policies could utterly destroy the civilization which has been so slowly and so painfully built over thousands of years. I wish I could say in today's video that I can see a lasting economic stability in sight, but I can't. Happily, I can say that we here and many people across the world have avoided some of the worst outcomes. Steady progress towards our ultimate goal has been made, but so much more remains to be done. So when you're presented with democratic choices in the future, consider if those two same old options have been so well trodden that now might be time. We can say 3 is the magic number. And think to yourself about your own trading activities. Will you take profit? Will you manage risk? Or will you simply spend your whole life reading emoji calendar? Thank you. Focus on the serious. See you tomorrow. Watch Rocky. He's on just after me.